I keep seeing all these influencers cite this "it's 99% effective when done correctly" statistic, and I'm like, girl, did you not look at the study like at all? Did you just hear that on a blog and you're reposting? It's so dangerous. It's so untrue. The 99% statistic, you have to know, it comes from one study in Germany where they eliminated most of like the original people that were in the trial because more than half of the women didn't qualify for one reason or another. It was because of the lengths of their cycles, irregular cycles, had they had a miscarriage or an abortion previously. There was this long list of things, and as I'm reading through that, I'm like, almost every woman I know who's over 25 has had like multiple of these things. So many women were eliminated right off the bat. Many of the people that were in the study ended up dropping out. Of the women that were left, you have to know that like some of these these influencers will be talking about like the Billings method. There's a lot of different family planning methods. There's a bunch of different ones. And they'll be like, well, it's 99% effective. And it's like, girl, that study's not talking about the Billings method. It's not talking about the Catholic method. It's this other method, this really intense method that most people would not have the executive functioning to be able to execute correctly. And within that method of natural family planning, you're supposed to be abstinent about 14 days out of the month. I think they said the median was 13, so maybe a little less than 13, maybe a little more. So you have your period for a week every month. And then you're supposed to take like an additional 2 weeks off of having any sort of intercourse. And it's like, oh, so you're basically only able to do that a few days before your period and a few days after. And women are still getting pregnant. And this was, it's wild because only women who had perfect cycles were even able to do that study. And let's say you do have a perfect cycle. You gain weight, you lose weight, you exercise a little bit more than normal, you get a lot of unexpected stress in your life, and your cycle can change. Like, it's so irresponsible for people to be pushing that as a real method, unless maybe you're like, oh, we'd like to conceive maybe in a year from now, so instead of going back on hormonal birth control, we'll just do this method just to like kind of delay it. Maybe it'll work, maybe not. We'd be happy with the baby anyways. Okay, that could be one thing. Or family planning if you want to get pregnant, but using it as birth control, and especially people pushing using it as birth control and being like, studies have shown it's 99% effective. No, one study, and not your method, a totally different method with extreme like caveats all around it. Oh my gosh, it drives me nuts. I'm like, this is so irresponsible. People need to stop spreading this information. It drives me nuts. And I almost forgot to mention, the real kicker is that some of the women that didn't get pregnant during that time period reported not having intercourse. So like, it's really, no, you cannot take that test and tell people then to go and do that with their lives if they don't actually want to get pregnant. It's very irresponsible.